Well, 24/7, naturally. What else? Well, what we generally do, I ask people what they're interested in, because my group is doing diverse set of chemistries, and it starts from synthetic chemistry, so quite a few people actually making compounds which are absorbing light, and that's normally transition metal complexes. So it's platinum or rhenium or ruthenium metal complexes which absorb visible part of the spectrum and then can engage in photoinduced charge separation. And you can make electron transfer cascades where you can do a bit of organic chemistry, modifying the ligand so that your immediate act of light absorption, for instance, promotes electron from metal center to the ligand next to metal center, but then you have a remote acceptor which is even more electron accepting than your immediate electron acceptor sitting on the metal center, so you create a cascade of electron flow. This of course requires making those cascade systems, whether it's a cascade of acceptors or cascade of electron donors. So there could be a little bit of organic synthetic chemistry and then organometallic complexation, and then these molecules can be investigated for their redox properties by electrochemistry, and the photoinduced properties are investigated by emission spectroscopy or transient absorption, which is a laser-based. So it depends on who likes what. If people like synthesis, then they're very welcome to do it and then characterize. I think it's very important that people characterize their own molecules, because then it's sort of a feeling of, this is mine. I had it quite a few times that people are much more interested in characterizing something they've actually made, rather than I just take a sample previously made by somebody. But it depends on preference. And then there's quite often people are much more interested in spectroscopy, and they're saying, well, I don't really want to do synthetic chemistry, so I'm very interested in lasers. And then we can do characterization of molecules which have previously been made and investigate all this cascade of electron transfer and the rate constants, and how the lifetime of charge separated state depends on structure. Because if you're fully engaged in synthesis, there is time for characterization, but probably not in detail. Now, if you devote all your time to spectroscopy, you can have a series of molecules prepared by somebody else in advance. We have lots of molecules we want to look at in much detail. And then you can, say, correlate the lifetime of this charge-separated state with structure, with distance between separated charges, with the nature of the metal involved. So there's an awful lot of fundamental understanding which needs to be done. So what we expect? We expect interest, and we'll show everything else. Of course, we don't expect people come with a lot of experience in synthesis or especially in lasers. This is not anticipated. I have a very friendly group of about 10 people at the moment, and they work in different areas, and they will show everything. We share everything we know. So the only requirement is that somebody ought to be interested in what they do and interact with us, and that will be basically the best recipe to get some success out of the project.